Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about Survivor Season 48, Episode 11, titled Coconut Etiquette. Last week on Survivor, the underdogs couldn't band together, and our star shined too bright for the game and was voted off the island. Before I dive in, I put a link in the description to catch up on this season's recaps. If you like the content, consider liking and subscribing. We're so close to 15k subscribers, let's get that done this week and celebrate. If you use the link in my description, you could binge Survivor by trying Paramount Plus for free. Hang back at the end of this video for a special message from this week's eliminated player. But let's dive into it. The final 7 return to camp. Mary is sad that Star's gone. She feels like all of her friends keep getting voted out, but she's still fighting, and pitches to Camilla that she, Kyle, and Shaheen can turn on Joe and Eva. She says, help me out now and vote me out later. Camilla tells us that she likes the plan. Next, Mary tries to bring in Mitch. Now Mitch is telling us they have to do something about Joe and Eva. He feels like if they don't get Joe out, Joe is going to run away with the game. This would have been a great realization last week. The next day, Kyle and Joe agree that they, Eva and Shaheen, are the ideal final 4. Joe likes this because, of course, it's something someone with integrity would do. But Kyle is feeling insecure in the group, feeling that he wouldn't be able to beat Joe in the finals. Mary pitches to Kyle to join the flip. He's tempted by it, but he tells Mary to her face that he has too much of an emotional connection to Joe to consider it, but he tells us that he might actually consider it. After being rejected by Kyle, Mary is pissed and takes her emotions out by going full Jason Voorhees on a coconut. As she's hacking away at the coconut and mumbling under her breath, Eva gets offended that Mary is eating all of their coconuts, calling Mary out in front of the whole group, but Mary doesn't care. She's eating the coconuts and leaving no crumbs. Camilla says Eva doesn't have coconut etiquette, and oop, Camilla said the thing, but this isn't looking good for Mary. When James didn't have banana etiquette, they promptly voted him out. Kyle tells Camilla that he's really considering going along with the flip on Joe. He's struggling with having to decide between betraying his final 4 or his secret ally Camilla. He's all torn up about this and crying in confessional. Later, Shaheen is giddy about making it this far in the game. He, Kyle, and Mitch go fishing. Shaheen's big moment turns into Kyle's heroic moment as Kyle catches his first fish. A boat shows up and they draw rocks to choose one person to go on a journey. As they drew the rocks, I said to myself, Eva's gonna get it, and she does. Eva heads to the jungle on a journey where she learns her vote is at stake. In a timed challenge, she has to stand on a balance beam, stacking tiles on a rotating wheel that she could spin with her foot. She needs to stack at least 4 levels in the allotted time to keep her vote. After she does this, she can keep going, and if she gets to 8 levels, she gets a knowledge's power. She's the last person who needs the knowledge's power. She has all the good advantages in the game. She gets started, she does her 4 levels, and decides not to try for the advantage, so she can keep her vote to help her alliance, which was smart for her, but so boring. Eva gets back and instantly tells everyone everything that happened on the journey, bragging that she didn't need the knowledge's power, but they all did because everyone knows she has the idol and they all want it. I wish I was making that up, but that's what she said. Mary gets back to work, asking Shaheen to join her in the flip against Joe. Shaheen is extremely receptive to Mary's pitch, seeing this as his path to a big move. They head to their immunity challenge where they need to balance a vase on the Survivor wheelbarrow over balance beams, then collect another vase over speed bumps. They'll then unscramble an arching word puzzle that has to stay in place, be correct on both sides, and will never not remind me of Banu screaming at Jess. They're also playing for reward in chicken teriyaki, sushi, and chocolate cake. Last episode, Jeff was fried chicken and waffles. Fried chicken and waffles. This week, he's chicken teriyaki, sushi, and chocolate cake. Why is Jeff so solemn? He misses Star. Me too. They get started. Everyone looks so cute pushing the Survivor wheelbarrow. Shaheen is an ace on the barrow, getting to the word puzzle first, and eventually everyone is there except Mary. Camilla quickly has the word figured out, but Joe finishes, and Jeff embarrasses Joe, asking him to announce the word he has. So he says his word is "got from betrayal." But shockingly, got from betrayal is not the word, and it again comes down to Joe and Camilla, but Joe has something wrong again, so Camilla wins this immunity, celebrating that her family told her she'd be the first one out, and now she's beating all these athletes. Camilla gets to choose 2 players to join her on the reward. She chooses Mitch and Eva. They get the reward back at camp. This reward doesn't look that good, and Camilla is really trying to make Eva feel good here. I was surprised there was no hidden advantage at this reward. If Eva won this, there would probably be an extra vote in the chicken teriyaki. Eva openly tells them that she's saving her idol for next week. For the non-rewarders, Shaheen is singing a somber song about losing the challenge. They're miserable, Mary's acting like she's going home, and Joe feels like everything's cool. When everyone reunites, Kyle and Camilla link back up, reaffirming they want to go to the end together and have one of them win. Kyle also randomly reveals that he's a lawyer, but Camilla doesn't care that he's been lying to her because they're besties. Later, Mary continues to eat coconuts. She tells us that she has one more move up her sleeve, and she announces to the whole camp, including Joe, that she's voting for Joe tonight. This sends Joe on an instant spiral. He's worried that Mary's acting like this because she has an idol idol, and he wants to write someone else's name down to protect himself from going home if she plays it. So Joe tells everyone that he's looking for a name to write down instead of her. This outburst from Joe annoys Shaheen and Kyle, giving them an alibi to vote for him if they want. So they head to tribal council, where Cedric sits down in his thinking chair to think about who he's going to vote for in the end. Players share their motivations, with Joe talking about sacrificing time with his kids, and Mary, Camilla, and Shaheen want to get back to their families. They discuss there being a core group and players on the outside who are trying to break through. Mary announces that she tried and nobody wanted to work with her in this round, with everyone playing along with this, feeling like they're really being strong thespians here. They get to voting, and when no advantages are played and the votes are read, there's just one vote in there for Joe and the rest are for Mary. As she's leaving, David stands up in solidarity for Mary in a way that doesn't feel very platonic. And we lose Mary here, who was an early fan favorite preseason, saying she gets her music on YouTube to MP3 and using exciting vernacular like yerk in it. She's put on the Bullet Tribe, where her initial strategy is to lay low, making bonds with Steph and Kevin, but by not being open to playing hard with Say, she puts herself on the bottom and starts this rivalry with her nemesis Say, eventually leading to Say chasing Mary around the jungle, one of the best moments of the season. From the first episode, Mary was playing hard from the bottom, from outrunning Say in the jungle to acting like she had idols at multiple points, successfully playing her shot in the dark, which was awesome, and being the last Vula standing for a long time. While I feel the other players were dumb not to go for Joe here, I also feel like Mary had so much win equity at this point, with the jury so bitter and annoyed at the Integrity Alliance, that they did end up voting out a potential winner here, in what was an episode with a lot of bad and sad energy at multiple points. I hope we see Mary on TV again. I think she's fun and was severely under-edited. I bet there's so much Mary comedy left on the cutting room floor. Imagine the universe where Mary was cast on Big Brother instead. She'd be hilarious on the live feeds. And she stays funny on social media. I did promise a special message from the eliminated player. I'm also donating to Mary's favorite charity, Haven of Northern Virginia, whose volunteers offer emotional support to the bereaved, seriously ill, dying, and their family and friends. And I'll include a link for you to donate as well. I'll be back next week for more Survivor. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Until then, here's a message from Queen Mary.
Hello, 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 beautiful people who are tuned in right now to Reality Art Pod. Thank you to Vincenzo for creating this space for all of us to gather here today, and thank you to you guys for watching, for caring, for giving an F. I don't know if there are children watching, so, you know, gotta always be demure. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, for caring, for rooting for me. I never, ever, ever would have expected that people would fuck with me, you know, this heavily. And I have read every single message. I don't respond because I'm trash at responding. I also trash at a lot of things, but not trash at caring. And I care a lot about you guys. You guys have honestly helped make this experience after Survivor be lit. Okay, I realized I started cussing, I forgot, but you know what, I just feel things strongly, and one of the things I feel strongly for are you guys who are watching, people who are supportive, even the ones who aren't supportive. You guys have given me a good laugh. You guys tried to get under my skin, made me laugh, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I just hope that each and every single one of you guys feels as loved, as supported, as rooted for in your everyday lives as you guys have made me feel. This video will have to suffice. If you want to hear more from me, you know, follow me on Twitter. I'll be saying a bunch of shit. If you want to hear me sing, check me out on Spotify. My name is Baby Teeth, 2 words. Also on YouTube, of course, and Apple Music, duh. I'll be dropping new music and living my life, and I hope that you guys all have a beautiful, wonderful day. You feel purposeful, and yeah, on. Bye.